Thank you everyone for the privilege of joining you this evening. What I'm going to do is to share with you a bit of the backstory to the essay that I have contributed. I'm going to read 4 lines from Poh Fun's poetry, and I'll also give you a latest update on what I've observed in my essay. It's really current, something I observed just before coming here. Now, the point of my essay was, to me, a very simple one, that there should be somewhere in Katong a permanent display of the poem Katong by Poh Fun. It was on the, I just checked my Facebook post. It was on the 1st of December 2021 when I was taking a walk. This was during the pandemic when we had time to do such things. In fact, this evening was it's the first time I've had time to revisit the spot, which is we are on East Coast Road. There is one side road called East Coast Road, and that's where it is. It's just across the street. And on this walk, I noticed at this spot, just on the side road, East Coast Road, there was a heritage mural, obviously set up by the local authorities. There was a huge painting of a turtle and a mention of the poem Katong by Poh Fun. So I thought to myself, you've already mentioned the poem, why not just include a few lines of the poem, if not the whole poem? It is a rather long poem, as those of us who know the poem know. So, no, at least a few lines, put it up permanently. So what I did, as I sometimes do, I sent an email to a senior person of authority who has jurisdiction over the culture portfolio, and is also a politician with jurisdiction over this local area where we are this evening. As is not uncommon in Singapore, I didn't get any reply. I met this person at the launch of the NAC's Arts Plan 2.0. So I went up to this person and said, I sent you this email, I have this suggestion. And this person said, send the email again. So I did immediately, as soon as I got home. And not surprisingly, no reply until now. Now, you might believe if my suggestion had been taken up, if the poem had been put up permanently, then my essay would have been unnecessary and I wouldn't be standing here this evening. But there are actually 2 reasons why that the answer is no, even if my suggestion had been taken up. Number 1, there is a larger point that even if Poh Fun's poem Katong had been put up permanently, my suggestion was that it should be done for the whole country. Different parts of Singapore that have poems about the places, poems of places, Bukit Timah, like Supeng is written, and others of you. Get someone to curate and put it up wherever it is meaningful. Well, I guess we should check with the poet first. So the second reason is that I mentioned to you, I just visited this spot just before coming here. And it's gone. The mural is gone. I made the mistake of assuming some permanence to something in Singapore. If not permanence, at least some measure of longevity. But it's gone. It's been replaced by another mural, somewhat gaudy in my opinion. It was done for Art Walk 2024, and it's done by LaSalle. Apologies if someone is from LaSalle, and in collaboration with STB. It's STB. Again, apologies if you work for STB. Which brings me to my first reading of 2 lines from Poh Fun's poetry, which are aligned to the narrative coherence of transience of my remarks. Here, the 2 lines are these. These are Poh Fun's, from Poh Fun's Katong. No longer is existence wrung out of water and of sand. I think what Poh Fun was trying to allude to is what she thought that reclamation is long settled. The same mistake I made with this mural, that it's going to be, what we have is what we'll have for some time. This coastline that we know. But in fact, Singapore is going to embark on this new chapter. I mean, all of you, I'm sure, have heard of the Long Island, which is going to be built, so which will take a long time to materialize, and will take us a long way away from even this present reclaimed coastline. For reclamation, Poh Fun here in this poem used the metaphor not from the sea but from the insect world. And these are the third and fourth lines I'm going to read from her poem Katong. The past is a chrysalis from which we have emerged. Now, the question that I had in mind is, have we really emerged? Or are we caught in endless spirals? And is life a cycle of many cycles of metamorphosis? Singapore, like all societies, is a network of many ecosystems, many chrysalises from which we will have to emerge and this connects back to what I said at the start of my remarks about my email to authority, that this advocacy, my simple suggestion, is still needed. I mean, how wonderful if we could emerge from the chrysalis of a past, of a country that does not accord art its rightful place in society. What will remind us of a past chrysalis? What will remind us of where we have emerged from in the past and where we might have to emerge from in future is poetry, the poetry of poets like Poh Fun and poems like Katong. Thank you.
Thank you, Buck Song, and recitation. Down.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, I could think of no better way to